Let's go. So I did some World War One research for my World War One Roblox game, Trench to Trench, and I'm seeing zigzag diagrams of barbed wire fences. And so we put that in. Let's go. They look great. Might want to touch it up a bit now that I'm looking at it, but it's actually fine the way it is. I organized it nice, so when you go back, it's all in one folder, subfolders. The ones that go this way are everything organized to perfection, and it's looking great. So there's a lot of gaps between where I put the trenches. You can't put like just trenches right next to each other, probably, right? So great filler is what is supposed to be in between the trenches, where it's kind of like directing, stopping waves from people that has to, it kind of like funnels them a little bit so they just can't rush your trench. That is historically accurate according to the one picture that I saw. So put that in there just now. Very excited about it. And like I said yesterday, we got to do some NPCs that are kind of sitting in the trench and don't move a whole lot. Maybe they move through the trench or whatever. And actually, come to think about it, like in Half-Life, where they would have like a state of like decision where, okay, I'm gonna come out of the trench, I'm gonna push up, I'm gonna retreat back out of this trench, throwing nades, different states like that. Maybe the AI can help us with that, help us organize that and take care of that quickly. But this is the kind of stuff we're looking at to make this a really great game, which is what we want, right?
So for today's Roblox development, we went through and I used a diagram to kind of relive some of the barrier placement from World War One, and we did that in a very organized way. Went through and made a zigzag pattern, which creates, I guess, kill zones or kill funnels or whatever. But it's a great level design and realistic for World War One. So we went through, blended, all of the, you want to do sort of up and down in the snow around the obstacles to get them blended in there. Everything looks organic. We moved on to some assets. I tried some different sizes of this guard tower to see if I could go up in the guard tower. Of course, it's using some 3D model and I could spawn inside of it. But at the end, we turned off all of the collision on the guard tower and just added my own. But I went through a lot of debugging on that to figure that out. But in the end, we got it sorted. We got the guard tower the right size. We got the invisible collision models put in and the ladder working. It looks great shooting from inside of it. Everything's a perfect size. So I went ahead and I created a few more of those. I got them all rotated right, kind of look from each side and square it up and, give that a whirl. We went back to the asset toolbox and we looked for something beyond guard towers. So we're cruising through there. We found a generator. We tried out some other assets. I found a interesting looking trench model. It's just a bunch of sandbags, really, but we created a trench with that. Then we moved on to look at even more assets. And what did we found? We found a windmill. That was really cool to go in there and cruise around inside the windmill, and has a window that you look out and you can shoot out the other side. We got a smokestack. We got an armored car. And another version of a trench that we're going to use later on, as the styles of the trenches will start to change to kind of let you know that you're in a different area. We finally upgraded the look of the ladder that we're going to use throughout the game. Instead of a basic ladder, I see an asset there for $5.99. We're going to stick to the free assets. We have a truck full of soldiers, and I thought about using that many times. I'm hoping my headphones don't feedback into the mic right now, but all of these soldiers just sort of fell apart every time I pressed play, so we had to delete that. There was some sort of photo in there, I don't know what that's from. We got some machine gun assets. We found some bigger artillery gun assets, I suppose. Then I pulled some new barbed wire models and trees and burning cars out of a vignette that somebody made for World War One. and we're going to use those in the future as we go ahead. And then at the end I found a bunker, and I placed it, had to clear out all the snow from inside to sit it inside the place that I wanted on the terrain. And I was just looking for where you could put a door in it, because there is no door, so that would be the next step. It's looking really good so far for all the stuff that we got, and pretty fascinated to keep it going, follow along.